Hello and welcome back. So we had the big freeze for about 10 days or so. Some of the days didn't get really much above freezing, probably for about 5 days in a row, and that has probably caused a lot of damage around the country. Like I say, it didn't get too bad here, about -4, -5 at the lowest temperature, but it was just them constant days of freezing. Like I had the pond frozen over for about 5 or 6 days in a row. I've just been reading in America and parts of Canada and America, they're getting silly temperatures like -25. So if you're watching this and you live out there, then I really do feel for you. But back here now, we're probably back to what we're normally on. Almost double figures during the day and about down to 4 or 5 on a night, so it's not bad at all now. And I've just got a few bits of stuff that's damaged, mostly the echiums that I can see now. I mean, there's still a bit of greening, so hopefully they'll be alright. That one there is not so green, but hopefully they can bounce back. Like I say, there's still quite a lot of green in them, so hopefully they'll be alright. But apart from that, I can't really see much damage yet. I know that'll probably show itself in the spring. The Melianthus has been cut back. To be fair, that's the first time that's ever actually happened to these, but that'll grow back. See, the bits that I've tied to the fence seem to be alright, and it's the other bits have all folded over. So far that is the only bits of damage I can see, but I don't really want to go too much into that today. It's a bit depressing looking at all the damage. So today what I want to do is talk about mulch. So this is garden compost that I've got out my hot bins. I don't know if you've seen the videos. I'll go around and show you them pretty quick. This echium here has got protection from the shed and the hut, so that's probably the best looking one that I've got. That one there not looking so good. So yeah, so these are my hot bins. I've done a video about them early on this year, so if you want to watch that you can, but these are really good. And even now it's still at 20 degrees in there. A bit colder in that one, a bit 10 degrees in that one. But yeah, so over this year, this is what I've got out. So this is a ton bag. It's probably about half full now because I've put a bit down already. But yeah, so that's out of 2 bins, so I'm getting about a ton a year out of the 2 bins. Right, so mulching. So you might think, why do I need to mulch? Or well, first off, what is a mulch? So basically a mulch is something that you use to cover the surface of the soil, and that has a lot of benefits, which I'll go into after. Right, so to prepare to put some mulch down, you want to be doing a good weeding all the beds. Anything that's like died down, like any herbaceous stuff, cut that back so you can see what you're doing then, and then you can put your mulch down. So why do you want to use a mulch? So first off, it retains moisture, which obviously in a year like we've just had, nearly 40 degrees, that is a good thing, because when you start getting hosepipe bams and stuff like that, you find it pretty hard to water your garden unless you've got some water butts. So that's the second point, is that can reduce watering as well, especially around bananas and gingers and the stuff that we like to grow that needs a lot of water. Put a big mulch on that in the spring. So also it'll suppress weeds in the bed, which obviously that's always a good thing, and it'll improve your soil as well, provide nutrients, which again, if you're using fertilisers and plant feed and stuff like that, it'll save you having to do that, which is a good thing, because you don't have to keep buying it, and they are good for the plants, but long term it's probably something that you don't want to be doing too much. And also a thick mulch will start warming the soil in the spring, then obviously your stuff starts growing earlier, which, I mean, if we get a late frost that can be a bad thing, but normally the warmer the soil is the better. So the mulch will protect your plants from the cold, but also it'll protect them from the heat that we're starting to get really hot summers now as well. So it can protect from the heat as well. It can provide and encourage soil organisms, which obviously helps the plant take nutrients in and water and stuff like that. So again, it's all good things, and it looks good as well. You know, depending on what you use, it can look really nice once you put a good mulch on. So the time of year to do it really is spring or autumn. I mean, I tend to do it in the winter as long as the soil isn't frozen. I tend to do it about this time of year when the soil's wet. Obviously, then you're locking all that moisture in. Because I mean, none of us have got perfect soil. You're very lucky if you have. Because basically, you want from a soil, you want it really organic and rich in nutrients, and it needs to drain well, but also hold on to water, which sounds impossible, but it's not. So we could all do with improving the soil, especially if you've got like dahlias and stuff like that, and you need the soil to drain pretty well in the winter if you're keeping them in the ground. So how do you do it? So basically, you want to be putting it on about 15-20 centimetres, or as thick as you can, depending on how much you've got. But just be wary if you're putting it round the bases of shrubs and trees. You don't want it too close to the stems, because it can, if it's too thick and it's right up against them, it can cause rot. Well, it probably won't do, but just make sure you don't put it right up to the stems. So what can you use for mulch? So you could do what I do, use this garden compost, you know, all that's all organic, all out of my garden, and veg peelings and stuff. But you can use well rotted manure, bark chippings, you know, old leaves and stuff, banana leaves and stuff that you've chopped down over the year. Put it all on the soil, it'll all feed back in, provide good nutrients. And then you can also get like mulching sheets, which don't look too good, so you'd have to probably put something on top of them as well. Or you could use pebbles and gravel, seashells, anything that you want really. It's all mulch. So yeah, I mean, it can look really good as well if you put in decent stuff down. But yeah, so a lot of people probably won't really think about mulching, but it's something that I really want to do. Hence the reason why I've got the 2 bins. So I'll be putting this on in the next couple of weeks. So yeah, everything. If you want to give your garden a really good start, especially if you're just starting this sort of tropical exotic garden, you want to have a really good soil, really good base. That's one regret I've got out of my garden. I didn't do this at the start because I've got really well drained soil, but a well drained soil is normally a poor soil, which where I haven't put any mulch on so far, it is pretty poor, to be fair. You don't get really good growth. But yeah, you can put this on clay soil, any soil you've got. Mulching, it's a really good thing to do, and if you can, it's something that you want to be doing over the winter. Right, thanks for watching, bye.